Welcome out, ladies and gentlemen, to this RGL.GG quarterfinals matchup. The playoffs are here. 10-week season long, grueling, but at the end of it, we found our top four teams. And this is the fourth place against the third place in this best of three map series, starting out on Upward, going to Product, and if needed, we'll finish it off on a little bit of Cascade. But hopefully this match will not be a Cascade going to one side, but just being a nice, even fight. And we'll be finding out what is actually going to be going on here. We've got Pop Your Pipes in the fourth place against the side of the third place team, and oh my gosh, I can't even remember it right now. My boy, all I see is Yambo, but all I can say is Crondrome. They always confuse me with their little nickname there, and I get a little tongue-tied, but hopefully I won't be getting tongue-tied during the cast, but if I do, I got my boy backing me up. Vox Day, how you doing out here tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm already getting excited just taking a look at the two teams, the fact that we are here in playoffs. It's been a pretty fun season watching it all watching all these teams kind of just come to the end of the line here, and this is really where things start to ramp up. The best team is going to find itself bubbling to the top, and hopefully we've got a couple of good weeks of games ahead of us to blow our minds.
That's all we really got to look forward to. As you can see on the screen right now, we do have the playoff schedule set up here. So basically, it's kind of just a ladder series. The fourth will play the third place team. The winner of that will play the second place team. And then the winner of that will go to the grand finals. Now, tonight's matchup is big because in this $4,000 prize pool, it pays out to third place a solid $600. So even if these teams can't beat the Cowardly Dogs with Banny and Demento, or Cat Noises with Daffodil and the rest of the crew, it can still at least walk away with some money. So this game is very, very big tonight, not just in order to be able to continue and have a chance at going further on, but just to get inside of the money, which is honestly a little bit of, I mean, come on, that just gives you that extra little incentive more than anything else. Plus you get a nice badge that says third place invite. You know, who doesn't want that as well? But of course, we didn't get to introduce our boy behind the scenes, Dolphin, doing camera work all season long, both for our Prolander and Highlander scenes, doing an absolutely wonderful job. So you can give him some love in chat early here. We always give him some love at the end, but why not early on here? As we do have 14 players live in server, so just waiting for these teams to ready up. But Vox, I mean, you've kind of seen a little bit of both these teams. Who are some players that and we should be looking out for in tonight's match?
Oh, well, we got a lot of people that we could talk about, and hopefully they'll give us reasons to talk about them during the match too. But I'll take a look at the Crondrel or Yambo side first. I want to see how Jay does. I think he may be filling in. I've seen Crondrel play, but I don't know if I've seen Jay play with him. He is one of those players that comes and goes on a whim, I feel, in TF2, but every time he's in there, he has such impact plays. It looks like right now he's on Soldier. He has the ability to swap around too. He's a really talented player. Also, Legit is one that I've seen play a few times and just very impressed. Didn't know much about him before this season, and it's kind of blown me away. I've seen him playing Scout, and he can go toe to toe with some of the best players. So I am interested in looking at the flank for Crondrum and Yambo or Yambo and seeing how they perform.
Yeah, definitely over on Pop Your Pipes. Gert is a guy that you always need to keep your eye out for. He is an underrated top tier sniper, not something that we often talk about. And Mad Ring Me, mad for Pop Your Pipes on Spy went off last night. He actually almost carried his team inside the Highlander semifinals to victory to take his team into the grand finals. He had such a great game, but the question is Spy can only be as good to some degree as much as there's chaos, and chaos can only happen if your team's keeping in the fight. So very curious to see what we're going on with there. As we're going live here, Legit, also just to kind of mention, he is playing at a little bit of a ping disad because he's a Brazilian superstar, I believe, South American. But so I shouldn't say Brazilian. I shouldn't lump them all together. But I'm pretty sure he's can we say down under? Is that reserved for Australia?
I think it's reserved for Australia. Yeah.
Or maybe up there. I mean, maybe we got the world map upside down. There's a whole. Well, we won't get into that whole conversation. But either way, we are getting into the conversation of getting started up here. And currently, Pop Your Pipes, they are running. So Joey, the Pyro main is playing on Spy to start us off here, which is kind of interesting. I think Pyro would probably be more helpful for those early bombs in versus Spy on the first point. It's like, besides getting a medic pick or a sniper pick, like, nothing really matters because your the respawns are so quick. So we'll see if you can prove me wrong. I remember there was a game where I called that out and they instantly got a med pick like the first play. So who to say? On the other side, we see Cronge Realm with DM running Spy. And then Engineer Monster on Engineer out the gate. So that's kind of an interesting play. I think, you know, you might be able to have more Pyro for like aggressive WM lower on the ground, but I guess just going for those early teleporters and getting down those sentry guns. So the gates are down, and here we see Cronge Realm starting to roll out here.
Yeah, I am a little surprised at the Engineer play. We'll see what he does. I mean, he's just got a mini sentry up right now, but probably some more interesting things going to develop at the time. We do have BM. He's cloaked up. Looks to be trying to get behind. Actually, he's going to think better of it and swap away, but no real sack wave coming in at the moment for, as I say that, they do jump in. Not much to be found. Ali goes down as well as Jay and BM, the Spy. So, I mean, they created some space, got the cart forward, but no real picks off of that sack wave.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is the cart's in position, and at this point, like, you can go for another sack wave, but with the cart in position, it's probably better just to go for a trade, because when you trade on this point, you actually are coming in from the high ground, which is a little bit unusual. Usually you have to push from the low ground. So we'll see what they want to do with this. Nomi does open up, taking a pick onto Mads. No heavy here on Playground, so that's going to allow Jay to jump in. Here comes an alley as well. The sentry gun is going to go in. Oh, big play! BM comes in with a 2K, but once again, Moose is still not popping. And the other big thing, Teleporter still up. Those front line, those picks are not going to matter as much because they can get to the front line so quickly.
Yeah, BM comes through with the clutch stabs, but unfortunately, unless Cronge Realm do take advantage of it, it won't mean too much. The respawns are here, and they do decide to use the Uber, but it's just the scout in there. Legit does some damage, forces Moose to pop the Uber, but they got nothing off of it. The gun is still there, the level 3. They, I guess, did trade Ubers, so if you get aggressive, maybe you can make something happen. As the gun does go down, but a couple of members for Cronge Realm are down as well. So maybe without the Ubers, they can try to create some more space, but it's just a matter of getting those picks, which they've been struggling with.
Joey back on Pyro did a good job airblazing some of those rockets onto the sentry gun, but ultimately did get taken out, as we're just seeing Jay spamming out from distance. But yeah, just awkward Uber fight coming out from Cronge, but it looks like they're trying to re-engage, trying to just take down the sentry gun with some long-range stickies, but him alone is not able to out-heal the Engineer as BM's getting set up in position, using the Ambassador of all things, and not really getting too much with it, as Cronge is just losing more players. Actually, the medic went down, Raylan got taken out there, and so that's a sizable advantage on this first point hold in the favor of Pop Your Pipes.
Yeah, and this is kind of one of those moments where you might as well jump in. Actually, Uber does get used by Pop Your Pipe, so they've lost enough of their defenses, and it's just a sniper, heavy, and medic left. I think it's a smart move. You've made them take a lot of time to take this first point. No sense losing such crucial classes, and then just get a good hold in on second. This teleporter was behind. I was hoping for Cronge Realm to walk right by it for some cheeky plays, but they do take it out. So now it's just a matter of these defensive players to hold the hill.
Yeah, Daft getting popped way back there. BM is getting himself into position, but they take down Gert early on here as well as Delman. Those are two key picks. Mad's going to go down inside the tunnel. The cart's not rolling forward whatsoever. And so they take the hill. They should take this point more than likely. Yeah, Pop Your Pipes, they're already just giving this up, which is honestly the wise play to make. You could try to contest this even Ubers, but you would have an awkward fight at best, and it's just better to get a third point hold at this point. So everybody's getting out of the spawn door, getting set up here. No real class changes, still Mad running that heavy class, but that's going to be a little bit more powerful. The question is now that the cart's still up here, 100% Uber's ready to go. The biggest thing for Yambo of Cronge Realm, they just need to not get too aggressive too early and use that Uber, because if they do, they'll probably be punished not being able to hold 4 grounds.
Yeah, and I did really like that push there out of Cronge Realm. The fact that as soon as Gert went down, they jumped in, legit ran in, knew there was no worries about getting 150'd by a quick body shot, and knew he could take a 1v1 against the Demo too, because Demo's generally at a pretty hefty disadvantage against the Scout. So working out, the cart is moving forward. Gert does go down, which may prompt another push out of them. 100% for both teams, and it kind of looks like Ali is, yeah, he's walking in. The Uber gets used. Good job by Joey so far to reflect pretty much everything. Oh, going flying. Oh, wait, he lived. Ali, I thought it was for sure dead, but managed to surf back onto the map, as a ton of players now for Kron's Realm are falling in an unsuccessful push. No gun taken out, and really I don't think they found a single pick up until Legit just took out Simmons.
Yeah, the only thing they got out of that push, which isn't the worst thing in the world, is getting it up that first ramp, which is arguably one of the hardest ramps to get it up there, just because it's just such an awkward position to do this. Legit, oh my god, they so many close calls from Joey pushing people off the cliff, but none of them are falling yet, as we're going to see how Kron's Realm wants to re-engage with this. As we're seeing, looks like Monster as well as the Scout getting on top of the cart. Daff needs to contest this a little bit more, as well as the Soldier. You know, you got to expect that Simmons needs to be a little bit more aggressive to stop this cart, but Nomi on the cart path, he's looking for a snipe. He doesn't find it yet. He hasn't been spotted. He's going for Gert's, not even looking that direction. And Gert actually gets a body shot onto Raylan. The medic goes down, and that's going to give a huge advantage here to Pop Your Pipes.
Yeah, Gert just coming in clutch. I think he was the one that got the pick onto Raylan on the first point too, as BM falls. So Gert maybe he's going to be the thorn in Raylan's side as this match continues. I do see Monster is still on NG, and I'm not a huge fan of that in the first place at this point, but if you're going to do that, why not at least put a telly? This is a decent distance that a teleporter can help your team. The point does get capped just out of sheer force of will. Nothing too crazy happening there, at least that I spotted, but again, like, I feel like that's something that probably could have helped Yambo, is if Monster wants to stick on Engineer.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing I saw with Pop Your Pipes, they're just way too passive. They give up so much free cart time for nothing, as this cheeky, aggressive sentry gun coming out from Tacos is able to pick up a pick onto BM, who's now onto Pyro. BM is kind of typically known as a Pyro main. He has obviously done a decent amount of Spy as well, but now to see him on his main, kind of curious to see what he'll do in this final point with this, which, you know, allows a lot of flanking on this map. Jay also on the Cow Mangler, so I'm not going to do much work against the Cinch Gun unless he disables it, but right now, Pop Your Pipes, they have 7 players inside of Upper. They're going for a full committal on this.
Yeah, I wanna see this. I wanna see how this is gonna play out, because we do have 100% for both sides, and like you said, Pop Your Pipes are just stacked up in there, including the gun too. Kind of a different spot. Jade jumps in. He does force the Uber off, and that is huge. All Yambo needs to do right now is just kite and stay alive. Even better, Nomi's gonna find a pick in the form of Mad, so Heavy can't body block or anything fun like that. I don't know if there's a teleporter from red spawn to upper. It doesn't look like it. And as Jay falls again, the Uber does get used, and Joey just stuffing him in the stairs. They had to bring Legit in on that Uber, and he tries, but unfortunately it's all faded away, which means that gun is going to be a problem. As Raylan falls yet again, it looks like Daff hit that fat pipe, and actually both medics fall. So advantage Yambo?
Advantage Yambo, you would expect, as Moose is down for another 9 seconds. Also, I want to point out the Engineer currently on a 5k on the defense. Taco's aggressive gun is doing work. I mean, that's kind of the thing about Prolander, is it's still so fresh and new that you're kind of, these new holds are happening, and currently it's working out. This gun should be able to be sniped out and like rocketed down, but you know, the thing that you got to remember about Kron's Realm is they're mostly Sixes players. They don't really have a familiarity with the payload maps. I mean, even talk to them during the season about this, and you can kind of see it coming out here. This gun should go down pretty easily with just a moderate amount of coordination, but Pop Your Pipes is doing well with his aggressive hold, and right now they're down about 30%. Jay now up onto a regular gun does take down the Engineer, so any sort of spam would take this gun out, as yes, finally Naomi will take it out with some body shots onto it. And Raylan is coming up on the backstairs. Simmons does spot him, but here we go, Uber Exchange is going to come out.
Yeah, and again, it's just absolutely stuffed by Joey. In a weird way, almost MVP right now for Pop Your Pipes, because every time an Uber is used, he is there just annoying the hell out of Kron's Realm. A couple picks going either way, nothing hugely impactful just yet, as it's just the pick classes down for Yambo. But Daff and Tacos being down, this could be an opportunity, because that's the Engineer and Demo Man. So that card is starting to move forward, but Raylan falls mad, but that minigun drops down from upper, and just mows the medic down as the Uber is used to clear off the cart. Not a bad idea here, but you just got to make sure at this point that Moose stays alive, but that's going to be a problem because Legit is on the hunt and takes down Moose.
Yeah, that's going to give it a nice advantage here as Moose is down for 12 seconds. Taco's down to mini sentries, so he's got a little bit of time. Well, I guess not anymore because they're already starting to push in. Daff is currently alone, sitting in upper, and he's going to easily get taken out, getting pincered on either side. Mad beneath in that kind of area for the heavy, but he gets taken down easily. This should be an easy point. Here comes the Soldier jumping in, reflected. Not going to happen, but still not a great time. 9 minutes and 39 seconds, and Crondrell, yeah, they're going to be licking their wounds after this one because this should be Pop Your Pipes round if they are able to play it correctly.
Yeah, you know, almost close to 10 minutes, obviously not great, especially with the Prolander format, but I almost thought that it was going to be longer. You know, I kind of expected that last fight to extend out just a little bit more, so in a weird way in my head, it almost feels like it not as bad, but obviously the chips are stacked against them. A 10-minute hold in the format is going to be pretty tough. So I mean, they are obviously a pretty solid team. They've made it to playoffs. They have really strong players. I think it's just going to be a matter of Nomi getting hot, you know, getting clutch picks, and again, those flank classes just putting in a lot of work for Crondrum if they want to take this half.
Well, Crondrum, just to say, is the third place team. They actually won both matches against. I don't even think they dropped a single round of Pop Your Pipes this season. So this is a pretty sizable turnaround for Pop Your Pipes, but it just kind of came down to Crondrum. Really awkward pushes at the end there. Double solo Ubers with a demo into a pyro. But Pop Your Pipes, much more of a Highlander team, so they're going to have a much more familiar setting with this. And you can see Mad Ringme on Scout using the bonk to get behind. He's going to go back to take down the teleporter. Gert going in for aggressive snipe, not going to find anything as Daff alone on the suicide bomb. It's not going to find too much. And the big thing there, though, is when you put the Scout to go do this, nobody's pushing the cart because this is Prolander where you have those extra Highlander where you have those extra bodies. So Mad's going to come back up, but the cart's still at the starting block.
Yeah, it's literally on the starting block, which is kind of wild that no one, finally someone jumps on it. Looks like it's going to be Tacos, has the presence of mind to move it forward just a little bit. Mad is respawning in a second, and maybe they'll use him to sit on the cart. Nope, he switches to Spy, so that is not what's going to be happening. But it looks like everyone on Pop Your Pipe stacking up over towards the stairs side, and they want to use that Uber in. What can they get off of it? Mansa does fall, but that's a sniper shot, so not really involved in the Uber, as there's just kind of an awkward Pyro v Pyro right now, just air blasts either way. Joey does fall as well as Simmons, and really, ooh, as I say that, I was about to say not too much happened, but then Yambo lost 3 of their players in the span of a second, so that is going to be the push for Pop Your Pipes, and I think they're going to be pretty happy with how fast it took them to check first.
Yeah, that was a solid. I mean, that's kind of exactly what you want to do at the point is you want to get the card up and then just go for an exchange at a certain point, because you should win through the exchange just through your respawn wave if the teleporter's down, which it was. And then once you take down the sentry gun, it really should be your point to take, and that was just kind of a clinical push coming out of Pop Your Pipes. Maybe not the best suicide wave, but their push was good. Nomi does go down. There's no sniper here for the defense, and you can see the aggression coming out of Pop Your Pipes because they do not have to worry about this. Now, currently, Jay as well as Legit are locking down that tunnel area, and that's going to slow things down here. Simmons getting pushed into the air. Daff jumping in as well. Can they get the frags to make this worthwhile? They will back out Crondrum, but here comes out the Ubercharge to defend the point.
Yeah, the Ubercharge does get used, and so far, so good. I mean, they did successfully defend it, but 100% now on the side of Pop Your Pipes. It's going to take a miracle. Actually, not that bad. BM gets them to force the Uber off early. They can't use anything with it. Actually, Moose gets turned around too, so that Uber didn't have its full use. Tacos tried to jump in and milk every last second, but nothing's going to be found off of it. So BM with a clutch play, and he kind of prevents that leapfrogging that can kill a defense, really. So now it's just back to the dry pushes as Legit's going to follow Moose actually with the crossbow, defending his demo. A little role reversal there. Yeah, pretty nice. But right now, I think it might just be a little awkward fight as Pop Your Pipes waits for their Uber or Gert to get a headshot on Raylan, and that should prompt the push.
And oh no, the soldier went in for a bomb, but he got denied, blown back off the cliff. Jay getting a one-way ticket there down And now the card is starting to roll up. Only 3 players alive, but Ali is not giving this up. He has the level 3 sentry gun up with Monsta, but that should go down eventually as it gets picked up. Ali's going to back off, just kind of getting an extra couple seconds to help them out. But a solid time. That's only about 3 minutes through the first 2 points. And that's not exceedingly fast, but against this time, it's going to look fast. And so they're going to start walking forward here as Jay above them is doing this. But they got to be careful on Pop Your Pipes. See, this is what I was saying. Crunch shouldn't do it last round. Now Pop Your Pipes is doing it. This is way too early of an Uber. It's not going to get anything at all, and the cart's so far back that like nothing's going to benefit from this push. And now they're going to be down 60% Uber charge. And what did they gain? They took down a Pyro. Like, that was not worth it at all.
Yeah, it's honestly one of the toughest things is you feel like, oh, I have advantage, like we can go in, we can gouge them on the back foot, but if you don't wipe their entire team and can forward hold, which is a very tough thing to do off of like that kind of transition, you're really not going to get much with it. So they're kind of resigned now to wait for Moose to get Uber as that cart moves so forward. Mad just kind of working on it. He's got already got up the first. Yeah, I don't know why. They're just sitting back. They do use Uber and they're chasing into the house, but all this time Mad is still pushing the cart.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly it. They just try to focus down kills. They try to get Moose in that situation, but actually overextended. And once Joey was able to get a wraparound kill, I believe, onto Raylan. And as you said, the cart was there. They were so passive, the cart was able just to move forward. Jay jumping in, getting denied by Joey once again. And 92% advantage. Level 3 Cinch Gun is up, but that's not going to be enough to stop this cart from rolling forward. But, you know, this again, just you can see the kind of the fact that Kronj is not comfortable with his map and the way they're playing this third point is so scared, so far away, where you need to play aggressive as much as you can to deny that cart presence. And now with Moose 100% ready to go, they might use this on Simmons, or they might just hold on to this as they're just moving this cart up, getting frags.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. Joe, oh, actually, holy crap, everyone on Yambo just jumping in, takes down a huge number of the Pop Your Pipes players. I don't know if it's going to matter too much because here comes that Uber. Chasing forward is Daft trying to get the pick onto Raylan, sorry, but not able to find it. I think they should end up with the cart here, but actually, will they? Defense still going on for Yambo. It's still just the Pyro left alive. I think they have a chance to hold this.
How? Like, but this is exactly what Crunch needed to do. But like 2 minutes earlier, this hyper-aggressive play, using their DM, using their positioning, forcing good 1v1s in their favor. Now Mad should come down with this cart because Ali does have a stick trap around it, so he's kind of slowing the roll. But this is a solid point. Oh, nice headshot. Slowing that down. Joey will ultimately come down with this point. Ubercharged used. Not a great one unless they come down with a pick on Moose. They're going all the way back to spawn. Are they going to try to spawn camp here? I don't think I've ever seen that kind of a spawn camp, but it would be interesting because that's your only exit. But either way, Simmons is actually going to be picking up the frags. Only 3 players left alive. Make that 2 right now as Pop Your Pipe punishing the Protestant. I don't know. I was going to try to make some sort of P runoff there, but I'm not that good of a enunciator. Either way, they did a great job there. Raylan goes down 90% Uber. They're ready to walk in. 3 minutes left on the clock, and Pop Your Pipes looking poised to take this.
Yeah, they've got 3 minutes to do this, and with the fact that they're already in spawn with 100%, they actually use the Uber right away, which I don't know. That aggression may kind of hurt them in the long run because as a demo, Daft is not going to be able to do much. The fact that they're behind now and they lose Moose, Joey's down, Matt is down, Daft gets 1, but he gets traded out too. I don't hate the idea of getting aggressive, but you need more than just a demo against 7 players.
Yeah, and also apologies if the stream is lagging for you. So hopefully that'll just try refreshing the page if that's the case. But once again, as you said, Pop Your Pipes are just a little bit too aggressive, and I kind of wondering who's calling it. I mean, Daft has been hyper aggressive this game on demo. He's typically a soldier main, and so maybe that's kind of where that's coming out. He does pick up a nice couple frags there, as currently it's only BM as well as the medic in the upper area, and we'll see this. Here comes in Matt as well as the pyro soldier to be able to do this. They actually are going to get the frags. Can they pick up Raylan? He's running away. Mad should be able to pick up this frag. Raylan down to 80 HP, but still he's alive. Getting up to 95%, and Moose gets headshot, dropping down. The Ubercharge is going to get used. And Pop Your Pipes once again overextending for frags rather than just holding ground, trying to. No one could pick up Raylan there, and definitely got to be kicking themselves. A minute 40 left on the clock, and looks like Kronj is just clawing their way back into this defensive hold.
Yeah, and Nomi kind of a shot back at Gert in a sense. You know, Gert had that Uber drop earlier onto Raylan, and then Nomi really clutch hitting up Moose there. And just the two snipers are having a great game. Or I guess in this round, haven't seen the stats yet, but Daft trying to make a play by himself. I don't know if it's really worth it at this point with almost a minute left, because there goes Moose and Gert too. Pop Your Pipes just bleeding numbers, and you're getting to the point, if it takes about 40-45 seconds to build that Uber, assuming you're, you know, kind of building it well, you've got one more chance in this, which is kind of a scary prospect. So I don't know, the Crondrel may have done enough. They've got majority of their players stacked up in that upper area, if not all actually, besides the sniper, and they're ready. Oh, the Flog comes out, and the Uber comes out too, and they're trying to wrap behind. They might get it. The crits are coming out. There goes Moose. There goes Joey. 3 players left alive, and I think they've done it. There's still 30 seconds, but unless something disastrous, Crondrel's defense looks to be solid.
Tacos is up on Spy now to make those last-minute miracle plays, but I'm having flashbacks to the last time we saw Cronj. I believe it was BM on this map, but no, BM's actually going to catch out Tacos. 18 seconds left in the clock. The cart's even going to start to roll backwards. And so now we go in, rolling this cart onto the final point. The Heavy's above. He goes down. Level 1 Sentry Gun up. 8 seconds. He's not going to be able to do it. And it is, there you go. BM's going to be taunting the cart. And there you go. Cronj Realm takes the first round. And honestly, that really should have been Pop Your Pipes. They just made, they had every opportunity to close out that round if they wanted to, but they just kind of chose not to.
Yeah, you really got to be kicking yourself if you're Pop Your Pipes. It's disappointing. I say that in you know, in the sense of someone from Pop Your Pipes, but for us it was entertaining. You know, we got to see medic drops, we got to see huge plays coming out from either team, just doing everything they can to fight and claw for every second to go in their favor. But you know, that might leave a sour taste then if you're Pop Your Pipes and just kind of thinking that you'll let this one slip away, and hopefully that doesn't kind of infect their mindset as this series goes on, because you're in it for the long haul, right? You're in it for as long as it takes to win, so you got to make sure that you're mentally prepared to not kind of get tilted after the first hiccup.
And just real quick, we're going to restart the stream right now. We've been having some lag issues, so hopefully that'll be taken care of. So stay tuned with us. Round 2 of this map will be coming here, and we'll see if Cronj can lock it down. But either way, stay tuned to this as we get the stream restarted. It's set up with this. Currently, Cronj Realm tagged up as Yambo. It's going to be running a Monster on Engineer. No Heavy. They haven't really played too much Heavy this game, opting more to have BM on Pyro, as well with a little bit of Spy, but it's seeming to work out to them so far, but we'll see. I'm kind of curious, in this round, do you think, Vox, that Pop Your Pipes is going to take this into a 1-1 and force a golden round, or do you think this is going to be Cronj Realm all the way?
I'm going with Cronj Realm, and even though I think Pop Your Pipes have, in my opinion, played a better game, but just had a couple big mental mistakes, I think that might carry over, which is unfortunate for them. I'd love to see this go 1-1, because then Pop Your Pipes are going to be fired up as well as Cronj Realm, but I think coming in with the momentum, Cronj Realm are going to take it.
We see what we can do here as the cart is rolling up. They're opting to put cart capture time up right away, as Taco's now on Scout. Mad is on Heavy. Simmons rolling forward here as well as with Death. No real suicide wave in, as those players will go down, but again, it doesn't really matter that much. The cart is still rolling forward, but a lot of pressure on that from Jay, not giving it up too easily here. So, actually, wow, legit all the way forward for his team, chasing down Mad. As Taco's now onto the bonk, he's going to try to go back to spawn and take down that teleporter. As I'm kind of curious to see how Pop Your Pipes is going to play this with Taco's going all the way behind.
Yeah, I kind of like that play for the most part. I mean, you can take out the telly nice and easy. Actually, chasing back is legit. He hasn't even been able to get the telly. He's got to try to win the 1v1, but he can't. And that telly is going to stay alive. I do like the call there, sending legit back. It does mean that you have one less player to defend, but it's just your scout. And he's not really a heavy defensive class, although legit's gonna play it like he is, because he's gonna walk forward and take down Joey before falling down. But so far, good looks out of Cronj Realm on that first kind of wave.
Yeah, that was a really solid first push there coming, or sorry, first defense coming out of Kron's Realm. Usually the high ground will give you the advantage, but they just weren't able to pick up the frags in the cleanup crew. But Daft doing a lot of damage on the enemy team. He does take down Ally. BM goes down as well, so no demo man here for another 15 seconds. The sentry gun is still alive. They need to take that down to get a good push off. Raylan eats a sticky as well, going down to 4 HP, 3 HP, he burns! Oh my goodness, and that's going to be able to pop your pipes to be able to walk forward. You've got Nomi, he's going to be on fire, but he has the Cozy Camper looking for a miracle shot, not going to find it as I believe it's the Scorch shot doing business against him. Finally will go down. Actually, no, sorry, that's the Flare. And so, pop your pipes, walking forward, bam, headshot from Gert. And this is looking very strong for them after that awkward first push.
Yeah, but the only thing, I'm still on the fence. Pop Your Pipes did have a really good showing through the first couple of points as well. I mean, the second point is really off of the back of Gert, but we'll see as the Uber does come out. Nothing in return from Yambo as they're still trying to build theirs up. And this is really where Pop Your Pipes started to stumble, this third and last point. So I think second, I was gonna say it was a foregone conclusion, but the re-aggression, Monster finds Staff and BM taking down Moose. Simmons gets picked. Oh my god, BM can't be stopped. There's a 3K from the Pyro and he's going in. He wants blood. He's going after Joey's 65 HP, but he manages to escape. So just like that, we're back to a second hold, and maybe I should not count my chickens before they hatch.
Well, I mean, again, what did Pop Your Pipes do wrong there? Again, a solo Timmelman Uber before the cart's in position. That's exactly what's been going wrong for them this entire series. And once again, if they had just the heavy with them, none of that would have happened, because what happened is the Pyro BM walked at Daft and he couldn't defend against it. But if there was a heavy, a scout, anybody with them who could have done it, or if they just would have held on Cliff, right, waited for the cart to get in position and then do a full push in, clear them out, and then rot back down onto cart. So Pop Your Pipes just needs to calm down here, get their pushes together with their team, stop trying to be the hero, and they can have a chance at winning this game. The cart is in position, and they are about a 15% disad, and here comes out the Ubercharge. They're going to try to punish. 9% away, 5%. They are going to get it in time, and Jay should go down legit, so both flank classes down. So Kron's Realm trying to get aggressive, and it's gonna get they're gonna lose this point for it, but honestly it's not the worst in the world because the Uber does get used on a Moose, so they're not gonna be at a big disad in this next third point situation.
Yeah, and here it goes. And yeah, so one thing is, because they don't have Uber, maybe they won't make that same mistake of trying to get aggressive before the cart's ready to go. So Pop Your Pipes, you're gonna have to play a slower game, and I think that's actually a good thing for them at this point. You still have time though to try to make plays. In a sense, you could almost treat this like first and go for a couple of sack waves, because you really need your scout to be pushing cart and maybe tossing one more person on there. But players like your demo and soldier, as long as someone is around to protect the med, i.e. the heavy, you could really try to dive in here and see what you can get. I would also be interested to see if Pop Your Pipes choose to try spy out at any point. We know sometimes Tacos likes to swap over, but since he's scout and pushing the cart, they might not do that here.
Yeah, so the cart is rolling forward. Nice job there. Good kind of passive but aggressive play coming out of Pop Your Pipes, which is exactly what you want out of the third point. Ally doing a good job kind of putting some damage into the combo, but 100% ready to go. Here it goes. It's used on the sentry gun. Easily taken out. The Uber's going to be better for the red side, but Daft, he's searching for kills, and he gets another one onto a 3K. Moose has to be careful not to die in this while leaving, but Daft is still in. He's going to be focused. Doesn't go down. The cart's going to roll forward, and that was a very clinical push coming out of Pop Your Pipes. And 5 minutes and 11 seconds. They are making up time here, and they could easily put up maybe a 7-minute time, which would be respectable in Prolander.
Yeah, I mean, that was exactly what you want to see from Pop Your Pipes. Like you said, clinical. Everything that they needed to do, everything that we've been talking about, and trying to make sure that you push together as a unit at the right time, that was it. And that bodes well for Pop Your Pipes going forward. Although Simmons and Daft both do go down, Moose has to make it out alive here. 80%. They did find Raylan. That was Gert with a clutch headshot. So as long as they keep Moose here, that is a really, really good sign. 100% coming up. Here comes the respawns too. So they got a gun to contend with, but no Uber, and actually Raylan's not spawned for another few seconds.
Oh, but here we go. Demo Man, solo Demo Man Uber probably again. Is Moose going to pop it? No, they're opting to back out as Joey getting reconnected back up with the team, but when they're backing out, Nomi gets the body shot onto Moose, and so that's going to be a drop in the favor of Kronjhelm. The sentry gun is being spammed out. They do have control of upper, though, so despite not having Uber charge, still, Raylan's only at 20%. Daft should be able to take down this gun. No, as Jay's actually using Conch, it looks like, to be able to get some frags, as well as seeing Kronj push through the main area. So they're picking up some damage, and it looks like they're going to have a chance to get reset back in upper here.
I just, how many more clutch picks can these snipers come up with? The fact that Nomi may have just single-handedly saved the cart with that body shot is huge, and really that does a lot to your ego, does a lot to your confidence, and we might see that come into play if Nomi just kind of gets hot and starts hitting headshot after headshot. But of course, Gert on the other side is going to have something to say about that should that come. But Joey's gonna fall right now, as well as Tacos, and this is not really a point where you want to be bleeding players, but you still have time. That Uber's not up just yet, so you can kind of treat it again, just trying to get some positioning, maybe get a pick before you're ready to push with Uber. And because they have such a huge advantage, they may be aware of that. I think they should be. They could probably do some big things off of it, but again, losing flank players is not great. But on the other side, Kronjhelm lose a couple, and as soon as they get their respawns, Pop Your Pipes need to go.
Yeah, they just need to do this after Raylan went down to the scout. That's going to give them a big advantage right now. They're walking in this upper area. They want to get some frags here early on, but they also need to take down that sentry gun. Uber still not being used, but they were able to just actually to scare them out. As Tacos goes down, he's going to get body shot onto the Demo Man. A lot of focus onto the sentry gun. It's still being healed up. Valiant Monster does pick it up just in time. It's still not down, being rebuilt, but Mad does pick up a frag. It's one down for either side. Raylan up at 80%, but Def coming down on the backside, picks up two, takes down Raylan, as well as the engineer. No sentry gun up here, legit in the top balcony corner. He's going to get a sandwich. Actually, he's going to resub back up, and we're going to see what they can do. 4 players alive. BM here comes out the flog. He's going to drop down onto the cart. What can he do? The dead jump onto it. One frag, 2 frags, 5 frags. BM going absolutely huge here tonight to be able to defend this cart. Legit coming in. He's going to pick it up, and this is going to be a wipe in the favor of Kronjhelm. What an insane defense coming out from them.
Oh my god, what just happened? Oh, even I'm a little misty after that. Oof, I gotta calm down. Give myself a cold shower. God damn, that was nuts. BM, you want to talk about single-handedly saving a round? I think that,
wow.
That beats it by a mile. I think we're gonna be talking about that for a little bit.
I was like, I could just see it happening in slow motion. I was like, is he gonna do this? Is he gonna? And then I saw the dead jump, and I'm like, they're dead. They're not gonna see this coming whatsoever. But right now, Pop Your Pipes, they are getting back into this. A couple frags in their favor. Ali's a little bit low. Raylan did go down as well, so Daff is out, but we'll see if they can pick themselves back up. But you gotta imagine, after losing what should have been an easy push into the final point, oh, you gotta be, it's gonna be hard to keep your mumble clean at that point.
Yeah, I can just imagine, oh god, I wish we could hear the comms of both teams at the same time when that happened. Just like the despair from Pop Your Pipes and like the screams on the Kronjhelm side. But we do have an Uber getting used. Good job by Monster, actually pulls the gun away, so he's gonna start setting it back up, assuming he has the ability to get it all the way, and it looks like he does. Oh, as soon as it goes up, gets taken out, which is unfortunate for him, but still, Ali getting 3 with the sticks is a great play out of him. And what was looking like Pop Your Pipes having, what we said, about 7.5 minutes, has really fallen off the wagon, off of just play after play from Kronjhelm. And we do have Pop Your Pipes starting to try to work their way back into upper, but they have 5 minutes, but it starts to feel like if they haven't been able to do it yet, it makes you nervous for what's gonna ensue.
BM going down to 1 HP. He's gonna be able to get the full med pack back up. The level 3 sentry gun is up. Raylan also got taken out. Nice job from Mad Ringy, getting him down low with butter knives, and then his team to follow it up to be able to do this. Jay's gonna jump in, getting pushed back out, but he does pick up a frag on to Simmons. And so that's going to scare Pop Your Pipes out of that upper area and wait for those reinforcements to potentially try to take it back over. But just a good job all around from Kronjhelm, even with like every individual player not only stepping up at the different moments, but it's once you take out one area of Kronj, like another area steps up. You take out the sentry gun, somebody else steps up, but Mad Ringman gets the backstab onto the engineer as well, sapping the gun. And so maybe this is it for Pop Your Pipes. We'll see if they can finish it out here.
And Jay trying to do some work with the Cow Mangler. He's so low health he wasn't even able to jump anymore. It's just Raylan, the medic, left alive, and that's on the spawn. It does look like finally this is going to be capped. BM, not enough time to jump in on the card, although he tried. 11:22 though, and that is a heartbreak.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You know, it's so crazy to think. I mean, what if Nomi didn't get the body shot onto Moose during that final push? Or what if, you know, BM didn't get that giant 4K to be able to defend the cart? Like, how much faster would this game potentially have been if it wasn't for those individual moments of Kron's Realm just stepping up? The overall, you know, Pop Your Pipes did a much better, kind of pacing themselves a little bit better overall throughout the first 3 points, but the fourth point, honestly, they actually did things well. You can't really criticize them. They didn't really do a lot wrong. It's really just that Kron's Realm stepped up when they needed to, and Pop Your Pipes wasn't able to counter that.
Yeah, it is really tough to play against a team that has the ability to have an individual just make plays at any given moment. You know, you can have all the strats in the book, but if all it takes is BM jumping in, and, you know, with the Flog, obviously, it's made a little easier by the crits. It's made definitely easier by the crits, but there's still like timing considerations, who to focus, that kind of thing. I know that it can often look like you're just kind of going back and forth, and probably BM himself would say the same thing, that he's just like whipping his mouse, but it's timing, and that's really the huge thing, and really the smart play out of BM too. But we did have the gate to open up, a couple of picks going back and forth. Really, Pop Your Pipes have lost Gert and Daff, which is a huge loss, and they've already backed their way up to second. And the fact that they have 11.5 minutes of defense and they've lost first after just like the sniff of danger, Kron's Realm really have to be feeling good. Like, this is a huge confidence boost for them.
Well, the Engineer never even built on the first point. Taco is only built on the second point, so you can imagine that Pop Your Pipes is going like, this is, you know, the second point is a very holdable point, and maybe Pop Your Pipes is just aiming like, if we can just hold them on second, you know, or just get a really good time, we might be able to do something. BM on the spy, he's looking to get an Ambassador pick. He's going to get the stab onto the Engineer, which is basically just as good, so that gun should go down as Kron's Realm is starting to push up here. And there you go, Jay on that. Oh, the direct hit coming out big, taking down Daff. And oof, they're just falling to pieces right now. You really needed to have a little bit more presence inside that tunnel area, but that opening pick from BM really let them feel a little bit more comfortable with the gun down. And yeah, this is Kron's Realm looking very strong right now.
Yeah, you kind of have to think that really, if they keep their cool, and I think they will, they're just going to cruise through on this one. Backspawns should be coming through, yeah, for Pop Your Pipes. But they don't have any presence on third right now. And I think at a second, BM is pretty much going to calm that. He's already taken a look, and the Engineer's just getting set up. So all it's going to take for Kron's Realm, you don't need the whole world here. You just need space. You need to be able to control a little bit of this area. I don't think they're going to be able to do it as Jay and Monsta both fall pretty much back to back. But with Tacos going down, BM with a backstab, that gun may not be long for this world, and might be something for Ali to jump in and just try to spam away. Oh, it was sapped, so.
Yeah, it's going to get taken out. The big thing right now is Simmons can't die and BM can't die because they need to be able, so not BM, Daff can't die because they need to be able to defend this card. They need to contest it as much as possible. But here coming the direct hit. It's just so scary. You hit one and you just got to back up. And right now, Gert does pick up a frag onto the soldier, but the cart's still rolling forward, mostly uncontested. Ubercharge is going to get popped out. Ali, though, gets pushed off almost. Raylan also is able to surf back around as they are able to defend the cart. Ali is going to go down, and this is looking okay. BM is getting himself into position. I think he was spotted. Level 1 sentry gun back up, but the big thing here, as I said, they just need to keep that cart further back. So even if they lose a push slightly, they can still try to re-engage like we saw at Kron's Realm in the first half.
Yeah, and I mean, for Pop Your Pipes, I know I've been talking a little bit doom and gloom, but for them, they really can't be thinking that way. I think you got to ignore the clock. It's really hard sometimes to stare at 8 minutes and just watch that tick, 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 and think that you have to defend for that long. really, if you just can put it out of your mind and just play this like it's clean and clear on the clock, I think that does a lot more because you're not worried about every potential issue being your last. But Daff is going to go down, BM with a good backstab, but he's still in the C house and looking for more opportunities to get involved. Gurt and Mad go down. So still Krondrum coming through with clutch picks as that gun is going to get moved away from Tacos, but Simmons falls. The Uber does get used, but there's just not enough bodies here for Pop Your Pipes to make this really meaningful at all.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do this. It kind of went, I mean, honestly, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. They traded Ubers. Moose is going to be able to get out. The big thing is, are they going to be able to get set up just once they lost those players? Moose in a little bit of a strange position underneath of the far balcony area, eats a pipe as BM's going to spot him out, going to drop down and actually decloak on him, but he's back at spawn. To be able to do that, but BM does pick up a stab onto Gurt as Taco's in onto the combo, but a Scout versus Downman in that close quarters, that's going to be a hard one to win. And so he gets taken out, BM goes down as well, so maybe they'll be able to stabilize in this 5v5 fight, but Naomi's looking for frags as well as Ali. And oh my gosh, Moose down so incredibly low, 26 HP, able to get a resub. And so right now, they do have a slight ad. I don't think they're going to use that, as Jay using that direct hit to take down Joey. A little bit harder to reflect that time.
Yeah, Joey, as good as he is, he can't have 100% reflect accuracy, especially against a direct hit. Raylan did go down on the respawn now, as Nomi gets picked up and Simmons gets traded immediately after. So Pop Your Pipes does have their numbers respawning, Simmons being the most recent and the longest, but they still have opportunity here to put up a pretty solid defense. Taking a look, they don't have an engineer, which is a little curious. I know, just coming from Highlander, usually for me it's kind of blasphemous to not have an engineer on a point like this, but if your team is strong enough, you can make it work. And if they really feel like they need someone like Tacos on Spy over engineer, I guess more power to you. But it might just mean that Gurt has to step up even bigger because he gets 2 clutch headshots, but then Jay jumping in forces the Uber out of Moose, hands advantage right into Yambo. And this could mean really good things for Krondrum if they want to close it out now.
As Jay, just that direct hit, such a nuisance, takes down Gertz, no sniper here for another 10 seconds. They're pushing the cart, but they eat so much damage in the process. Legit goes down as well as Nomi. Daff's going to jump all the way back around to the balcony and then back down. He's going to get taken out. Ali is recontesting with his team as Moose at 20%. Got to be careful. I guess the sniper is down, so he can walk in that area, but now Jay onto the cow mangler, picks up another frag as Jay's been, we've been calling his name a lot. He's been doing a lot of work, and he should win this 1v1 against the soldier. He will. Here comes out the overcharge on from Ali. Moose going down incredibly low. Ali's chasing for the frag. He will be able to get Daff, though is returning kind, but with just him alive, that's a wipe. And there you go. Krondrum will take this 2-0 as we move on to products.
Yeah, and just a great game played by Krondrum. It looked dicey. You know, we talked about that first round and how we thought, Pop Your Pipes look good. They started off on a really great foot, but just kind of mental mistakes happening here and there made it tricky. But then it's as soon as Krondrum got their footing, it was just in their favor. And it does come down, BM with some huge plays. I do think that even if that didn't happen, Krondrum's time was fast enough. But I don't really want to understate the impact. Obviously that's a Twitch clip that'll be treasured, but I don't know. I don't think Pop Your Pipes need to feel super defeated or anything off of that. It was their map pick, so that's kind of a tough bitter pill to swallow coming into product. But it's a best of 3. You have opportunities. You just got to take product a round at a time, and you can find your way into the third map.
And so as we're moving on to this map, as you said, they still have a chance to turn around product. I mean, Koth maps, anything can happen, you can think, but yeah, it definitely seems like Krondrum winning out a little bit, but still, that final round was at least reasonable here for Pop Your Pipes. It was still like a 7-minute 10. They didn't get walked over, but they just struggled inside of their offense. And so looking at the logs there, the one thing, I mean, as I was talking about, that Jay was having a really great game, and he did just that, 26 frags. Actually, 9 of those came from the direct hit, which he didn't run for a long time. So I'm kind of curious about how many minutes he ran the direct hit and how many frags he got, because I feel like it was something pretty insane. He actually had the top DPM. I didn't even see that. 570 damage per minute from the soldier class, which is pretty insane. Usually, like, it's, nothing that high, because usually you have like your defense, you have a high DPM, and then on offense you kind of struggle a little bit more, have a little bit more deaths and stuff like that. So to have 578 going 26 and 14 is a pretty big step up, especially when you compare it to Simmons, who went 6 and 17 at 219 DPM. So he had almost 4 times the amount of kills and a little bit over double the amount of damage compared to his counterpart on Pop Your Pipes. And so looking at the other one, Daff was doing a good job, being able to hold it down. But I think, he did a better job at like not overextending. But I think Daff's hyper aggression on payload will suit better when we come to the Koth map like product. So I'm kind of curious to see how that'll work out for them. But overall, I mean, the damage number is obviously going to be heavy in the favor of Kranj because they had the higher defense time. And actually, the other interesting thing is that Moose in the Suit had 5,000 more 5,000 more heals. So he had a ton more heals than the enemy team, but obviously Kranj still had a ton more damage. So that's kind of curious that Moose, with just two less deaths, actually had that many more heals, but it didn't seem to make as much of a difference as you would hope it would.
Yeah, I feel like I'd need more time to think about exactly like what could potentially cause that, right? To end up with more heals. It could just be one of those things. There was more damage that Moose needed to spend time healing or something like that. That sort of thing. But anyway, I mean, looking forward to product. It is kind of a scary prospect for Pop Your Pipe. You're mentioning the sheer ability to do damage on the side of Kranj Realm, and this is another map. They're gonna need Moose to put on a similar performance where he can just heal and heal and heal and heal. Because there's going to be a lot of spam, there's going to be a lot of pipes and rockets being shot and snipers to look out for, that if Moose can keep everyone, nice and buffed up, that's actually a difference maker. Medics, the unsung heroes, depending on who you ask, they really do change the course of a game.
So we'll see what they can do as we're got 14 players in here just waiting for them to go live. I do hear one ready up. Well, let me just check real quick if they're live in real time. They are live in real time. Oh, they're live right now. So here we go. This is the second map. It is map point for Kranj Realm. So if they win this, it's a best of 5 series. So first team to 3 round wins the map. And we've got Kranj on blue, Pop Your Pipes on red as we get to this first mid-fight. Ali much earlier and actually full health as well. As currently, though, Ali gets taken out by Gert early on here. Mad is on Spy, so expect him to do some work. As Jay all the way behind, he's his own Spy class. He gets taken down there, and with BM going down from the Spy, that's 3 picks in the favor of Pop Your Pipes, and they are going to be walking across the point.
Yeah, that's absolutely excellent, and it's going to take plays like that for Pop Your Pipes to really come in here and put their stamp down on product. Gert already starting off with that nice headshot, and maybe this is a sign of things to come where he's just going to be able to stay laser focused, clicking heads in the back lines. So he's going to stay nice and buffed up from Moose. But for Yambo, they do have 100% Uber, 100 for both teams, as Mad gets another picks onto Nomi. So Gert really has nothing to worry about. No one on Pop Your Pipes has anything to worry about. They have the point, they have Uber, and they don't have a sniper to worry about for a little bit.
Also, Blanket's in the game. I don't think Blanket was playing last round, so it looks like they brought in one of their subs for the second map. As here comes out Ali onto the medic. It does get some damage onto Moose, so ultimately pops second, about 50% better Uber, but that's going to force Kranj to back up. Jay is going to get taken out behind the scenes as he's going for a little bit of a cheeky play, and looks like they got Jay a lot more on lock this time around. And so Kranj, they got the trade that they wanted, it would seem. So now I'm questioning how are they going to re-engage after this. The respawns are just coming up now, and also Monsta still on Engineer, which, like, Engineer can work on this map, but it's hard to use Engineer to push. But I'm kind of curious. We'll see what they want to do with this. As here we go, Legit's leading the charge.
Yeah, it looks like Monsta's up on heavy now, which may help them out. Nomi and Ali getting a couple of picks. The Ubers do get used, and right now the point is going the way of Yambo. Yeah, there's really no one left on Pop Your Pipes to defend this, but for Pop Your Pipes, you're still really happy. Your medic survived, you're close to 100%, and you took a minute 40 off the clock unanswered. All it's going to take is getting your numbers up and one clean push, and you may even be able to put this round on ice. But Jay is aggressive, he's going for the medic, but Blanket there to protect Moose. So one pick in their favor. This could mean opportunity for Pop Your Pipes, but they still will have to contend with Nomi as they get close.
Well, Nomi's being chased down. He gets taken up by Mad, and while it's happening, Joey jumps in, gets the force off onto the enemy medic. Moose at 100% is going to use his Uber as Ali jumped in back at him, but this right Uber is going to be a lot better. Monster being chased down as Ali got taken out as well. Raylan split off from his team, baiting them not incorrectly to be able to get back out to spawn, keep his life. And so he's going to be able to finally start to heal up here. Going to be at a slight disad, but just nice push there to Pop Your Pipes. As Mad made a play, the soldier jumped in at the same time, and they were able to use that distraction to get the force and work off of that.
Yeah, and now, like I said, they may even be able to put this one on ice. It's gonna pretty much be one Uber push left. Actually, Mad gets another pick. Gert with one too. Simmons finds another onto Jay. I mean, Jay jumping in is just trying to get anything done for his team now that the pick classes were down on the blue side. But Pop Your Pipes look really, really strong, and Mad just cannot be stopped. Another backstab, looking so good right now, and really just a huge reason why his team is doing a great job. Joey gets a couple, including the medic, and Pop Your Pipes are on their way to a very, very can't think of the word, a very, very strong, decisive, that was it, victory in the first round here, should this trend hold.
Yeah, I mean, I think Franj is going to have a chance to retake this point as Matt is getting himself in position, gets the backstab, and that's exactly, I mean, you can just tell, like, the sixes, like, Nomi's getting backstabbed a lot. A lot of the team is, and I think they're just not used to playing, they're obviously familiar with product, but I don't think they're used to knowing where the spy is, where are the spots he likes to decloak. They're not checking nearly enough, and ultimately that's getting punished. And so with no medic up, I gotta imagine Pop Your Pipes is just gonna hold that W key and be able to retake back this point, unless Cronge Realm just steps up and gets some good frags.
Yeah, I mean, we saw at a product, or sorry, on Upward, that Cronge Realm definitely do have that ability. Jay jumps in and he finds Moose, Tacos falls too, and that's exactly what they're gonna need to do. It's gonna have to be individual plays, one after another pretty much for the next minute and a half, but they definitely are able to do that, so it's really not over just yet. But Pop Your Pipes, really, yeah, 6 seconds. Raylan fell, I didn't see exactly to what, and so they're going to be building at an Uber advantage. Actually, they might not even need the Uber, as there's only 3 left alive on Yambo. The respawns are coming in. It's just the demo to defend. Actually finds Ali Nomi with the headshot onto Tacos. This is when they're starting to swarm the point. They're going to try to do what they can, but Yambo still really do have an opportunity to defend them.
Yeah, and Raylan's trying to get some heals up. No, BM onto the point gets annihilated there. It's just Nomi, as well as legit. We'll be able to know the meat shots coming out from Blanket. And take a quick look at the stats. Blanket top fragged that round, 10 frags. Mad Ring Me at 8 frags, Gert at 6. So top 3 fraggers, and actually Pop Your Pipes double frag, 35 frags to 18. So really solid round out of Pop Your Pipes, and coming in big from the pick class as well as the scout class.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, Monsta notably only 1 frag, and who's picking? Oh, BM
0
blanked.
Yeah. Yeah, both flex classes for Cronge did not do well that last round, but they are doing well in this mid fight here, as they're going to take that very decisively. Though the one thing they didn't get there is Moose, and so he will only be at about maybe a 20% disad, so nothing too bad, as Mad is in the backfield using that Cloak and Dagger to give intel, figuring out when he wants to go for that attack. But just a lot better. I mean, that's kind of what I want to see out of Cronge. I think they just need to use that aggression. I think Pop Your Pipes doesn't do well when they're aggressed into often. And so here comes in Joey. He's going to go straight for the sniper. He gets the pick, and he's actually going to get out as well. And that's a great pick. Snipers on this map can control everything. And so,
I was
Mad
on the
takes
Mad
down the
camp.
medic.
I was on the Mad Camp just waiting. He was honestly just like a spy thriller. He's just like waiting in the shadows. When is going to be the time to strike? And he goes in and gets that nice backstab. Actually finds another one onto Ali too. And Mad so far, I know Blanket is top fragging and really great stuff, but Mad is just coming through with really timely and strong picks too. So it's really tough to tell who right now is having the better game between the two. And honestly, that's a great position to be in. I don't know which of our players is having a better game. They're all fragging.
Well, one thing also in the first round, Mad Ringy had 5 frags on Nomi. Nomi is just not doing well. He's not checking his back nearly enough, not being just worried enough from it. As Mad's probably going to get another backstab on him. Actually, he's going to get spotted out. Here comes the Fever Charge onto Blanket, but Raylan's so far away. And he's trying to walk forward, but now the Kron just coming out with the spy play, as well as the Soldier. They're getting the frags they need, and so Monsta off of NG gets onto Spy, gets the frag, and this is going to be it for Kron. They're going to get back onto the point and continue to have their lead in this round, though it doesn't feel like they've ever been really comfortable despite being ahead.
Yeah, it really still feels like Pop Your Pipes at any moment have the ability to just jump in and yoink and grab that point back. And with Nomi and BM falling yet again, this just means more in their favor. Legit on the respawn as the Uber gets forced out. I don't think they're going to really be able to find much off of it, and that's exactly it. They're forced to back off, wait for spawns, but Pop Your Pipes really have advantage if they want to take this point.
And we'll see what they want to do. Raylan was almost got backstabbed there, but he probably will die from Joey. He gets it just in time, as well as Mad getting another backstab onto Ali. So the Devilman is down. The point is in the favor right now of Pop Your Pipes. They have an 80% advantage, so they are down about 30 seconds, but I gotta imagine they're gonna be probably taking the lead off of that last capture. Monsta also still on Spy. 7 players alive here for Crunch as they're starting to walk forward. I'm kind of curious if they're going to get a suicide wave in, but they're actually just getting a lot of cap time for free. But here we go, Ali doing what he can.
Yeah, Ali is just trying to make it work, but he's going to go down. Legit fell too as the Uber got used to defend that point. It does mean that Raylan does have advantage, but really, Raylan's had trouble staying alive because of plays from Blanket, Joey, Mad. There's just so many names right now on the Pop Your Pipe side that have an opportunity to get that huge pick. Actually, Spam going right now under Raylan's feet, jumps up onto the cliff. And really kind of safe from that danger. As a couple members of Pop Your Pipe start to fall, this is the opportunity for Yamba to get on the point, and looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. 100% on the Uber, ready for the defense as well. So I think this is a good spot to be in for Crondrome to hang on to this. But you know, you still are working a little bit from behind. You're down around. I think you need this right now if you're on Crondrome.
Absolutely, and right now we can see the Soldier Joey working up that concrete side. I'm kind of curious to see how Pop Your Pipes want to play this as they're down about 15%. They're going to get it here pretty soon. And we also don't have Mad in position. Here comes up the Ubercharge Monster behind. He misses it, but he gets it in the second swing. And so Moose is going to go down at like 99%, very close. And Tacos is going to get taken out here. And mixing up the classes just a little bit off the Engineer onto the Spy seems to be working out for them with just that extra pick class, creating a little bit more confusion. Joey's going to get taken out here, and just nice job on Crunch collapsing around Pop Your Pipes. Maybe just a little bit too aggressive too early, as BM getting a nice frag there on the Blanket as well. So overall, 30 seconds left on the clock, and we'll see what they can do. Respawns are up for Pop Your Pipes. They're rolling out, but will they be able to take ground off of this?
Yeah, and they don't have an Uber to worry about on the side of Crondrome, which works in their favor because they are just going to have to go for broke. They don't have time to wait for theirs. As they did find a pick on Nomi. It's something small, but it's one less. It's not a sniper to worry about, but legit finds 2, including Joey. And you really kind of want your Soldier jumping in. There goes the medic. Tacos gets backstabbed. Unless Blanket can do something huge. He found 2, but fell shortly thereafter. This is Crondrome's round, and they did it. I want to say by the skin of their teeth, but at the end, they really started to show the Crondrome we saw on Upward, and maybe they can take it into this round too.
Yeah, a lot better that round. 36 frags for Crunch, 32 frags for Pop Your Pipes. Damage, actually 5,000 more damage for Crondrome. So it really seems they're hitting their stride. Blanket's still top fragging in this game. right now as they come out to this third midpoint. Mad getting himself in the position as Joey's jumping for Nomi. Jay's returning it in time, but he actually doesn't find Gert, who's down in the lower area. Legit gets taken down. No Nomi as well, so no sniping here for Kranj. And Popular Pipe's a little bit better. Here comes in Soldier bombing for the mech, gets it. Matt's going to go in as well, but he's not going to really find too much. Gert gets a frag onto BM, and with only 2 players forward here for Kranj, they're going to just try to make a miracle play onto Moose, but he easily gets cleaned up by Tacos on Heavy, as Nomi is peeking the point. I don't know if they know he's there, doesn't find the frag, and he gets headshotted after peeking himself. So there you go, much better mid out of Popular Pipes after being rolled in that last mid fight. They seem to be kind of finding their heels and digging them in, trying to make a great fight here.
Yeah, and for Popular Pipes too, it's just a good feeling. You come out, yeah, you lost the last round. There were some close moments, there were some not so close moments, and just come in and make the statement that, hey, we're not rolling over, kind of like we did on Upward, but the Uber did get forced out. Ali, J, and Monsta, just great coordination to bring in the 2 explosive classes, go in with the Spy as well, so they've got to look on both sides, and that's just amazing team play there out of Kranj Realm. So now that they have the Uber advantage, they've got the respawns on the way. Blanket's on a pretty hefty respawn himself. They're going to be able to push into this. Actually, Gert finds Legit trying to work his way over to the point, but I still think if you're Kranj Realm, you build up this Uber and you find a way, you can get this point.
Yeah, I definitely think they can. Joey's also on that concrete side, which is so annoying to deal with. You could spam out anybody who tries to get on the point for free. Mad is getting himself into position, getting behind the enemy team. Here comes out the Uber-charged. Moose is only at 58%, Legit running all the way forward. They don't have a pyro to be able to buff back. The scout is going as far as he can, but Moose was able to get out alive. They actually take down Legit. They don't actually lose anybody, but their health is not great. Here comes in Jay trying to clean up the frag. He's going to get one onto Blanket before trading himself out, so both fragging flank classes are down. Jay actually got put onto a long 18-second respawn wave. And so we'll see if they're able to work off of this as Gert gets the body shot onto Ali. It's just Monster forward. You're off of Spy and Engineer onto Heavy. Here comes in Mad though. Oh, BM has Spy, senses tingling, takes him down, but here comes in the Soldier in response. Nuber comes out, but I'm not really sure what for, as they're not going to get anything with it, as they would have probably got the point for free either way.
Yeah, lucky for them though, Gert bails him out, body shot onto Raylan, which means they're gonna take the point and hold on to the Uber advantage, even if the Uber wasn't fully necessary. So BM trying to make a play, he finds one. Legit and Ali with a couple right after. This point is in jeopardy because right now Ali can just sit on it, almost has it fully capped. Here comes Blanket to try to defend, but the medic has jumped on. Nice pipe. But it's kind of wild that it looked like this was Popular Pipe's time to really bring it down to under 30 seconds, and just like that, Kranj Realm just, I'll take that point, thanks.
Yeah, they're just, when they get hyper aggressive, as I said, it just seems when Popular Pipes is struggling. Hey, but here we go, and I watched Matt that entire time. He was in the spy spot you should usually check for, and he's gonna get the pick onto Raylan. But again, he really should have been spotted earlier because he was in just a very classic spy spot right underneath of main. But as I say that, Ali with some beautiful pipes shutting down Moose, and so they're going to be able to come down at this point. Ali should be traded out more than likely. No, what a shot onto Blanket. Monsta butter knifing Tacos down incredibly low, but they should be able to get this. Yeah, you know, we can see how far back they are. Legit just running straight forward onto the Snowman, able to get the frag, nothing more, but Ali following up with some more kills. And here we go, and Jay with a big bomb in. Joey responding, getting Raylan popped back up onto that cliff side. The point is still not in the favor of Popular Pipes, but Blanket will come down with it. But for how long? But oh, Gert, headshot onto Raylan. And so that's going to give about 30 to 40% Uber advantage here. And actually, they just denied Raylan from coming back up here by capturing that point, putting him on a longer respawn wave. And so that's just going to give Moose that much of a bigger... Never mind, Moose is dead.
Yeah, Caster's Curse right there. Monsta, really big play, getting that backstab. And really what this means for Yambo is they can hold on to this point, and they might have Uber advantage. Actually, Raylan's been alive for a little while and just started healing, and there's a Kritzkrieg out for Popular Pipes, so this might catch him off guard. The point is, I think you really need to make sure that Moose stays back But Monster on Spy may mean this crits isn't going to be much of a surprise. Should he choose to check or just get behind and notice it?
Yeah, no, so that's what it is. Daff is out of the game. Simmons is now onto Demo Man, so they bought Blanket in. I'm just figuring this all out now. I'm a very, very slow man. Be patient with me. As Legit is working himself up here. 38 seconds left as now Pop Your Pipes will take the lead in this third round. And we'll see. They have a 30% Uber advantage. They're working aggressively on the concrete side. Here comes out the crit streak. They know it's up there. Monster doing a great job reflecting. Not a single damage coming out onto anybody on Crunch. Finally, the Pyro will get taken out there, but great job stuffing that. And now Raylan coming up at 90%. We'll see what they want to do. Joey's going to get popped back. Mad's getting himself into position, but Krontraum is looking very good to try to take this point back.
Yeah, Kronj, you gotta feel like the entire world is yours. You know, you have no Uber to contest with, but so far it's Tacos on Pyro who denies Legit any opportunity to get something big. Everyone on Yambo is falling. It's just Raylan left alive on the point, and that should be Pop Your Pipes picking up the round, going up 2-1, needing one more to take it to a third map.
Wow, yeah, this is match point in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. We might see, this is one of the few playoff games where you see each team take the respective team's map selection, as this was Krontraum's map pick, as they're currently, they won the first map, but here we go, coming out onto this fourth mid, and we'll see what they want to do. BM up on Spy off of Pyro, as Monsta is going to be playing Pyro himself. Joey going all the way back onto Nomi, getting him down incredibly low, but the Reflex are able to keep him alive. BM onto the Medic is able to get taken out there, but Pop Your Pipes just losing so many players. Legit trying to get this 1v1 against Moose. Moose still staying alive, not able to get the frag. He should finally go down. Yes, he does. Joey is going to get cleaned up there, and a solid mid. And I think almost every single mid, the winner, whoever wins mid wins the round. So we'll see if that continues to hold true, and we'll go into a golden cap here, as this is a best of 5. First team to 3-round wins on this map, take it.
Yeah, I would like that to hold true, because I want to see another round of this map. It's been pretty electrifying, just great picks back and forth for either side. We've really seen some awesome play. Everyone's stepping up at different moments. So Matt is going to go down, but in return, 2 on Yambo will fall. That's Monsta and Nomi, and with no sniper, Pop Your Pipe should feel pretty happy to just kind of try to walk through onto the point. BM has now switched up to Spy. He's going to be spotted out, and here comes the demo and the Uber jumping in, using it. Ali is going to find the pick onto Moose. So as BM distracts, it's kind of a little disjointed. Usually you see it all happen at once, but just kind of making a play, Ali notices the medic in trouble on the red side and decides that he's going to get involved and get that kill. Unfortunately, Yambo kind of sold out and lost all their members when trying to do that, so Pop Your Pipes have an opportunity to take the point, although still contested.
Yeah, they will come down with the point, but currently they're down by about 1:15. Also, interesting fact, last round, Pop Your Pipes almost 50 frags compared to 24 from Krontraum. So when Pop Your Pipes win, they're winning by big, but it seems maybe those closer rounds are going out in the favor of Krontraum. So this is a little bit of a tighter one. We'll see if Pop Your Pipes can change that trend, as right now, BM is going to go down on the Spy class, trying to make a play there. Matt is going to get caught out. They're doing a better job Spy checking here. And Joey is going to go on that far side as Ali's working up onto the point, trying to get some damage down, work it up for his team. Moose is coming up at 80%. He's down to half HP. He gets taken out legit with the help of Ali, and they're going to get the medic pick as well. But the medic pick goes back in the favor as Raylan gets taken out by Gert. And so both medics down, but the point's going to go in the favor of Krontraum with 6 players alive. And they're going to continue to add to that lead of theirs.
Yeah, with both medics going down too, it's kind of up in the air who's gonna have the advantage moving forward. I mean, obviously with Raylan having the longer respawn, it's gonna give Moose a chance to start building, but it's still gonna be a while before they can contest this point if they choose to wait for Uber, and they're already down by a minute. So Pop Your Pipes, I think you need to be mindful of the clock and just try to get aggressive now that you have an opportunity. There comes BM getting a backstab onto Gert, which is a huge pick. Gert's been really impactful for Pop Your Pipes, and they've actually almost managed to cap this point, dry pushing, and there comes, in the nick of time, Yambo got onto the point to stop him. I don't know, are they gonna come down with it? It seems like every couple of seconds they get a little bit more time, but as Simmons, Joey, and Mad all fall, I think they've finally done enough to stop the threat.
Yeah, honestly, I think if they just would have fully committed to getting that cap time initially, they would have had it. Ali came in a little bit late, but fortunately, they kept dancing off of the point to give Prolander a chance to get back onto it. With only 30 seconds left in the clock here, they do have an uber advantage. Jay's going to get caught out there, trying to be a little bit cheeky in his positioning. And we'll see what they're going to do, but the delay here is going to give a chance for Kranj to be able to have Uber charge to defend this point. But they just need to sneak onto this point. Look at how far back Kranj is, but Nomi picks up a nice headshot, as well as Ali with the sticky trap onto Tacos. Uber's going to get traded out here a little bit better, actually, for the offense, but that doesn't matter when Joey gets dropped. He's going to go down. 5 seconds left in the clock, but we will go into overtime, but with only 3 players up, I just can't imagine them coming down with this. Simmons is going to get taken down. Moose goes down. That's a wipe. And with a few seconds left in the clock, just another, as I said, the close games are going in the favor of Kranj. If Pop Your Pipes wins, it seems they're winning very handedly.
Yeah, and now here we are. I mean, the final round of this map, if Kranj take it, they've moved along in the playoffs, and if Pop Your Pipes take it, we're going on to map 3, which I believe is Cascade. So there's a lot riding on this one round, and Pop Your Pipes, I hope you're ready to play, because your tournament life is on the line here.
And so we see Jay jumping in early on, gets Moose. That's a great way to start off this mid-fight. Simmons is trying to do what he can. Mad Ring Me, he's going to go in for the backstab. No, Ali's going to spot him, but he's almost able to get it. Raylan just barely dodges that backstab accidentally. And so that's going to be 4 players down, not a single one down for Kranj. As looks like they're going to be able to build off that momentum from that last round. We traded rounds, 1 for either side. Maybe this will be the, I mean, again, mid-fights have won the game, and this is the first time we've seen a team win back-to-back mid-fights. So with Raylan sitting at 70%, and they're doing a little bit of an aggressive hold with their flank classes. Jay, who a little bit cocky here, should be punished, but here comes in Monster onto the medic. He gets the frag. WM1, too strong as he picks up 2.
That's a tilter if you're a medic, when you have nearly your entire team around you, but the enemy player just finds the one path to take you down. It really hurts. For Pop Your Pipes, Nomi getting taken down is a good thing, but you really need to get onto Raylan right now. But unfortunately, they're losing a lot of players in pursuit of that. Mad trying to get something done as Blanket also tries to go in. But I think you've kind of lost the opportunity at this point. But you need to find a way to force that Uber out of Raylan. I just don't really see a way unless they go for a full sack wave. They need to pressure Kranj, and they just haven't been able to do it so far in this round.
I mean, this is kind of where they've struggled when Kranj has had that Uber advantage. I mean, honestly, just a suicide wave would do it, but we haven't seen a single one out of Pop Your Pipes. I don't think yet, really, as Mad's going to get spotted out there, doing a lot better job. Nomi goes down from Gert, so no sniper here, so you can see Pop Your Pipes starting to flood across the point. They don't have to worry about their heads being taken off, as Blanket working his way up on that far right-hand side. The backstab coming in from BM. Tacos, ooh, he's going to be able to get so close. Supercharge comes out. Ali jumping up on the cliff, trying to take down Moose, but he probably will go down, beating out here. His Blanket's chasing him down so incredibly low. Does get taken out as Raylan's still alive, but Moose did keep his life, and so 95%, the respawns are faster for the team that doesn't control the point. But down 2 minutes, and they're going to need an absolute miracle to win this round.
Yeah, this is a really tough one. They haven't taken a single tick off the clock. They've got under a minute. There's a spy sneaking around on the blue side. That's BM, but he's going to get taken out. Uber gets used, but Jay with that cow mangler finds both Simmons and Tacos. I think this point finally will go in the favor of Pop Your Pipes. They need to make sure they focus and get it as soon as possible. But, oh, come on, don't get off the point. What are you doing? Oh,
he wanted
that's
to pick
not
up
good.
the frag onto Ali. He actually might get one onto Raylan as well. He's chasing him down into that left corner, gets him down to half HP, but oh my gosh, they still haven't captured this. Oh, and here we go. Jay going in onto the medic. Tacos was a little bit forward, able to, wow, what a surf out of Moose. All the way back to his grasp. Grabs a med pack and able to get forward back in here. But Monster pushing forward with legit. It's just too strong. Only 2 players left alive, and now it's just Moose. I think the only thing he can do right now is to beg for his life, but they're not going to listen. Actually, he's going to get out. How did he get out of that situation? 2v1. Gets back to spawn. But still, they're at a 60% dissat. 13 seconds left on the clock. Hyper aggression from Kranj's positioning. Here comes out the overcharge.
Yeah, and that really just kind of seals it. I don't think there's a way Pop Your Pipes are going to be getting to this point. But Kron's Realm, it was so dicey, and you really thought Pop Your Pipes are the stronger team right now. And then these last two rounds, it's like Yambo's just like, hey guys, you guys want to like not lose? And they're like, oh yeah, we should do that, and just absolutely turned on the afterburners and crushed Pop Your Pipes. I mean, that last round was just amazing to see out of Yambo. Just the fact that when they wanted to, everyone on their team could step up. So really, congratulations to them. Just proving that they have the grit, determination, that even when the map looked a little out of their grasp, they held strong and were able to just kind of push through.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it just kind of came together. It just seems like, I saw someone in chat mention like they thought Blanket lost the round. Like, yeah, it was not great that he, went for the suicide. I mean, but he kind of was trying to make a big play happen rather than capturing the point. But they were already like 2 minutes down at that point. The biggest problem that happened for Pop Your Pipes in those later rounds is they just struggled to get how to push when they're down uber charge. And to do that, you need to have coordination, work with your spy, work with your soldier, work with your down man, get the force off, and then re-engage dry, even ubers or dry, basically. And when you don't have that working in your favor, that just makes everything harder. And Pop Your Pipes are playing with a lot of subs. This whole season has been a musical chairs of players. Like, it's kind of just where it comes down to, where they just didn't quite have that coordination. They didn't have that practice time in to be able to like, okay, this is what we need to do in this situation, and everybody's on the same page. So as much as, individual players might have made small mistakes, ultimately the team just didn't step up when it needed to during those because those are the problems when it's hard. Like when Pop Your Pipes was ahead, they were fine. But as soon as they got behind, they did not have a plan to be able to catch back up, especially when Mad Ring Me started to get shut down a lot more, where he was much more neutered. Actually, in that final round, he didn't get a single frag in that final round, is how much better Crunchrum was playing against him. So,
Yeah.
yeah, what are you seeing in the logs here?
Yeah, I mean, that was something I wanted to touch on too. I mean, just taking a look at the entire side for Pop Your Pipes, the only class switch that happened was Tacos played kind of evenly his time between Heavy and Pyro. Otherwise, there really wasn't anything at all. I could definitely see the argument why Engineer on this map just isn't worth it if you're, if you're not kind of forced to use it. But I still think there was opportunities for other players to get involved on different classes. And like you said, Mad, he started off with 8 frags in that first round, and it was 5. And it was 5. I actually took a look round by round. He got 8 in the first round, 5 the ensuing 3, and then none in the last. And when you're getting absolutely crushed like that, I think that's got to be the alarm bell. Like, hey, maybe we need to be doing something a little bit different. That's not, I want to make it clear, like, I don't think that's something specifically, like Mad should have done this or that. I think that's a team thing where someone's got to step up and say, hey guys, we're not doing too hot right now. What can we do to switch it up?
Yeah, I mean, I think the other big thing is that, Nomi was just not dying as much in those final rounds there. Mad Ring Me started out with 5 frags in the first round. He got 1 frag on the sniper the rest of the way. Gert, in the second round that they won, did a lot of, I think he killed, he was at like 4 or 5 sniper picks around there, and then I think he only got like 1 sniper pick, 1 or 2 in the pursuing round. So it's like kind of like if they were able to shut down Nomi, they were doing a really good job, and they were working off of that, beyond just like being down uber and stuff like that. But just the pick classes were getting shut down a little bit more. And again, that's nothing against the pick classes. They didn't do anything necessarily wrong. It's just that Cronj Realm stepped up their game against them. I think they kind of haven't been quite used to it, or there's just got to kind of get used to dealing with a sniper and spy all the time. But once you do, these are great players on both sides of the team. And this is no fault to anybody. Like, obviously, I think they could have done more suicide waves. But individual players, I think, they did as well as they could have. So as we kind of wrap it up here, congratulations to Cronj Realm. They're going to move into the semi-final match against the Cowardly Dogs of Demento and Banny, and we'll see what they can do. But they will secure themselves a minimum of $600. So probably next Tuesday, we'll get some information directly about when everything is going down, as we will get that obviously casted and set up. but absolutely looking forward to this match. Especially, I think Cronstrom has really stepped up their game, and I'm curious to see how they're going to hold up against such a good team. Obviously, they're going to be the underdogs in that one. But if they can kind of make the adjustments and step up at the right times in their hyper aggression, I'm very, very curious to see what they're going to be able to do. And this is going to be back-to-back weeks of Cronj going against great spies, as they went up against Madring Me today, who is a fantastic spy, and then going up against Demento next week. So I think they're going to be a little bit prepared for him, but we'll find out either way. Vox, any final thoughts you want to give on the match tonight?
Honestly, it was just a really, really entertaining game. We had players on both sides step up, a lot of hype and clutch moments. Just it was a lot of fun, and the fact that it was a 2-0, it really didn't feel that way. You know, Pop Your Pipes put up a really strong game and really kind of entertained. So, just as always, big thank you to the teams, and I think this is definitely one of the more enjoyable matches I've seen.
Absolutely. So, thank you everybody for coming out here. Give some big love to our boy behind the scenes, Dolphin behind the camera. Toss a heart out to him, Shed. Always so determined. Don't forget, we have the Highlander Grand Finals next Monday night. Should be at 9:30 Eastern. So start getting your hype ready for that. I believe it's going to be K&D versus I don't even know off the top of my Irene.
Irene.
That is, yes. And so it's going to be a familiar matchup to the Prolander Grand Finals, more than likely. But honestly, it remains to be seen, and I'm looking forward to that one. So definitely check that out. We got your boy Vox is going to be casting that with Alto. So definitely look forward to that one. Either way, thank you so much for everyone hanging out with us here tonight, giving us those viewership. Always lovely, especially the people who jump in chat, giving us that extra little enthusiasm. It was a great game, and thank you again to both these teams for putting up a great fight and also going the full season gambit. But either way, that's going to be it. I am Sigafu with Vox Day to my side and Dolphin behind the scenes, and I will see you next time.